She'd seen her mom and brother fooling around naked all the time. My face dropped instantly. That was incest. We ran into the girl's dad right as we were leaving, so my partner broke the news to him as calmly as he could.
Which seemed to describe a sexual relationship between your wife and your son. Are you out of your mind? She's his mother.
He just couldn't bring himself to believe it. We told him it was his own daughter who said this, but he kept shaking his head in denial. We tracked Kyle down at school right away. We needed to find out if he'd done this willingly or been forced into it.
She said you and your stepmother sleep in the same bed. Is that true?
His whole demeanor turned awkward the second he heard that. He lashed back, calling us cops sick and disgusting for thinking such things, and he flat out denied hooking up with his stepmom. But we were seasoned detectives. We could tell right away that something was off. Word got back to Kyle's stepmom that we were investigating, so she showed up voluntarily to clear things up.
I know the other detectives already spoke to Kyle. He told you the truth. I am not having a sexual relationship with my stepson.
She claimed the whole thing was just a story made up by a kid, and her lawyer chimed in to back her up with no accuser and no physical evidence. We had no choice but to close the case empty-handed. Then we got a call. A new report came in. Kyle's dad was found dead at home. His skull had been crushed from the back of the head. The murder weapon was hidden right under Kyle's bed. The building security guard confirmed he'd seen Kyle's stepmom leave the house first, and then Kyle walked out a little while later. Before long, Kyle showed up at the station, cool as a cucumber. When we told him his dad was dead, the first person he asked about was his stepmom. That alone made us suspicious as hell. His dark circles looked sketchy too. Kyle tried to brush it off, saying he'd gotten them from falling during gym class. We didn't buy it for a second. Those marks looked exactly like they'd come from a fight with his dad, but Kyle denied everything, and even swore that his stepmom wasn't the killer either. Sure enough, she arrived with her lawyer in tow, ready to fight tooth and nail to get Kyle out. She was a suspect too, of course. She argued that when she left the house, Kyle and his dad were in the middle of a huge argument. She also pointed out that she'd signed a prenuptial agreement, so she wouldn't get a dime of her husband's inheritance, meaning she had no motive. And she insisted that Kyle wasn't the killer either. It was obvious they were covering for each other. In the end, the lawyer's smooth talking worked. The judge granted Kyle bail, ordering him not to leave his place of residence. But it didn't take long. We got word that they violated the bail conditions. We rushed over to make the arrest immediately, and what we saw when we kicked the door in, we caught the two of them red-handed in bed together, but they didn't even look guilty. They just stared at us like we were the ones in the wrong.
We're married now.